Saying that, want to ask you about Ryan Garcia. Knocked out Javier Fortuna in the 6th round last night in Los Angeles in the States. Just want to talk about post-fight with Ryan Garcia first, Greg, but just wanted to ask, what did you make of the performance? What did you think Garcia looked like last night?
It was good, Elliot.
Mm.
He was really mature, possibly the most mature that I've seen him. And he seems to have got this body shot down to a T. His hands are that fast that it seems to be this bam, and before his opponent knows what's happened, he's been hit. And I think speed just killed Javier Fortuna last night. When we spoke during the week, I initially thought maybe 7-12 are points. Round 6 wasn't really far off, was it? But I think it was a bit of a domination job. I watched the highlights this morning, and Javier Fortuna was just like a deer in the headlights. I don't think he actually anticipated just how fast and how hard Ryan Garcia hit. So I was very, very impressed with the performance. And the final point I want to say on it is I was actually surprised. I didn't realise Ryan Garcia was going up to like 140. Now, that fight was at 140 last night. I thought he was maybe still kicking about at lightweight, but you know what? Maybe it's a smart move so that if he stays at that weight, the lightweight boys need to come up and chase him. So, yeah smart management.
Yeah, I think you used the word mature there. And I think even in his post-fight interview, like I thought he wasn't kind of going crazy. I remember the celebrations when he beat Luke Campbell, and you would have thought he would just kind of had one fighter of the year, something when he beat Luke Campbell with the celebrations that went on. But I feel like last night it was a more mature performance, a composed performance, and just although like he kind of spoke about Gervonta Davis post-fight, he was doing it in his own sort of style. He was being himself. He wasn't trying to kind of live up to some sort of reputation, which I feel like he's maybe done in the past. Quickly, I feel like no one really predicted him to lose last night. The fact he won isn't a surprise, but the style in which he's won, the domination in which he's won, maybe isn't a surprise. Wanted to ask you now, what's next? One thing I would say about Ryan Garcia, he's 23 fights in, 23 wins, but he's not had that kind of massive fight against a Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis. He's not had that yet, but he's beaten good fighters. You can't deny he's beaten good fighters. He's spoken about fighting Gervonta Davis last night. I think he's made comments about fighting Teofimo Lopez. I'm dying to see. I know he's still young, but I'm dying to see Garcia in one of these big fights now. Do you think one of these fights can be made at the end of this year?
Yeah, Elliot, I do. But the thing that's confusing me with Ryan Garcia is what weight is he going to sit at? When he lightweight at 140, lightweight is a hard path. It's hard to say what he should do next. I feel like, and some of the viewers might think I'm mad for saying this, but they probably thought I was mad for saying that Heffron would stop Lennox Clark last night. So I'm in a bit of a roll, so I want to just keep going with it. If he stays at 140 and the fight doesn't pan out, go for Jack Catterall.
Yeah,
Jack Catterall is the uncrowned super lightweight champion of the world. If that fight with Taylor doesn't come off, Taylor's said that he's got one more fight possibly at super lightweight. If Garcia goes and does a job on Jack Catterall, he's in prime position to fight for everything, isn't he? So, yeah, I think that a big fight can be secured. I don't think that the Catterall fight is the marquee fight, but in terms of taking his career to the next level, you've got to be picking up world titles. If you pick up world titles, you're an instant attraction. So if he stays there, I think that's a big fight and it should be made. If it's at lightweight, it's got to be somebody like Gervonta Davis or Devin Haney, doesn't it? I think did they not beat Devin Haney in the amateurs? I know they fought each other twice or something. Was it maybe 1-1? So yeah, I think it's got to be Gervonta Davis or Devin Haney at lightweight. But for super lightweight, it's got to be Jack Catterall for me.
Yeah, it's lovely. And just like want to reiterate, he's not been fighting bad fighters. He's been fighting good, top 20, top 15 fighters in a lot of people's opinions. I feel like we've been talking about these fights for 3-4 years now, perhaps. And although he is very young, let's see it. If he was to fight Gervonta Davis, he would obviously be undefeated against undefeated. One of them loses, they can still come back and be in massive fights. It's not over. I just kind of feel like the likes of Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia still live in this kind of post Mayweather era where it's so essential they remain undefeated. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why they haven't fought each other. And I'm not convinced they will do anytime soon, but I really hope I'm wrong.